Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. I'm trying to get it to where I can pop up the live stream on my computer so I can see what you're saying. So give me just 1 second. My name is Maylene Call. I'm a first-year first grade teacher in Middle Tennessee. For those of you who are new here, I do teaching videos and I've done a little bit of like random videos here and there, but I'm so happy you're here. I almost have the chat up. If you are new to my channel, I do these lives every once in a while, and this is Tesla. She needs attention 24/7. But basically, I put out an Instagram before I do a live. I ask you guys if you have anything that you want to talk about, and then I take questions that are in the comments too. So it's just a really cool way to connect. So can you guys, is everything good? Is the sound okay? Oh, hey, Bree. Oh, thank you. Sound is good then? I'm not just like talking with no sound. Oh, hi guys. It's really cool to see people I know hop in the chat. Hello, I'm going to start saying hello. Hello, Estelle. It's Angel. Hello, Jency. Hello, Random Things. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Allegra, Emily, JC, XOXO Fox 232, Gracelyn. Hello, Vinny's Vlogs, Sherry Sylvie, Andy Nelson. Hello, Lily May, the Julia Gulia. Hello, the Setters family. Hi, Lucas, Christina. Hello to everybody. So I just want to say I am going to be taking, questions and things. Oh, shoot. Are the predators on? Uh-oh. I didn't schedule this very well. Anyways, but if you have a question that you want to leave in the chat, just post it one time because I can scroll through and go back and see it. So I'm still going to see it, so you don't need to, like, spam the chat or anything. Just post it one time. But hello, you guys. Welcome. Hey, DJ or Dwight. Nice to see you. So I'm going to hop in really quickly to some of the questions. Real quick, is the music good? Is it too loud? Can you hear it? I put it on a loop this time so I wouldn't forget about hitting play again. Okay, we're going to go with yes. So I screenshotted everything that you guys said. I also am on a new webcam. I can actually show you. Hold on, let me pull up my camera. We can do this. Flip it, face. Okay. There we go. I'm using a new camera, so hopefully the quality is a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to hop into questions or whatever y'all want to talk about right now. Let's see. Could you save the stream? Yes. I always save these streams for you guys to watch later because I know we are in such different time zones. Not everybody can make it. Yes, I always save the streams. Kennedy's 0625 said, when did you discover that you wanted to be a teacher? This is something that I've touched on before. In second grade, I really had an amazing teacher. Maybe I should turn this off. And I don't know, I just never thought I could be a teacher because I had a huge issue with like public speaking, and even like things like this are a little bit different than talking to a crowd. I get really nervous, my voice shakes. But it was actually in college when I started working at the Tennessee Aquarium as a docent, and I love the Tennessee Aquarium. If you ever get a chance to go, you absolutely should. And I was more like talking in front of people, but more so working with kids. And I did these overnights that were really fun to do, and it was a lot of school groups. And I just had parents, like come up to me and tell me, hey, do you work with kids already? And it kind of just like opened the doors for me a little bit more. And so I started thinking about it, and I am just so glad I ended up where I am. And I especially love my first graders. So, oh, I think there might be an echo. Oops. How long does it take for you to be a teacher? It depends on you. So for me, I went to college for 5 years. I started at UTK, but I started for something completely different. So I went to UTK and I was going to do more of like the computer science route. And then I transferred to the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, where again, I started working at the aquarium there. And so I did the 4 years program there, and there's different praxis exams that you have to take. I did EdTPA. I get questions about that a lot. Yes, I did it. It wasn't fun, but we all get through it. So it can take 4 years. Some people go straight for their master's. It's just really up to you. Sherry Sylvie said, my daughter is thinking about being a teacher. What do you recommend? Well, first of all, how old is your daughter? Because if she's younger, I mean, just watching teaching vlogs can give you a really good idea about whether or not this is something you would want to do, or even talking to, her teachers would be a good idea. If she is, at an age where she can get in classrooms, I really, really recommend doing that, because it'll give you a way clearer picture than any single video. Oops, I shook you. Than any single video could. I mean, even day to day in the classroom, there is nothing that is the same. It is different every single day. And I never realized that. I mean, you have the same schedule every day. You have the same kids every day, but it's different. It's so different. I can't say your name, but Zaciel Kuros, I think that's right. Zaciel Kuros said, how have you been handling being bullied on the group chat? I muted it, and I haven't responded to anything since. And like I said in the video, he's referring to vlog number 12, which is the vlog that I just posted, where I had a really, really rough Wednesday and not even really a good Thursday. And he's just referring to that whole situation about texts in a group chat. We use GroupMe as a team, and it just wasn't a good time, but I tried to keep it positive with one message, realized that's not where it was going. It was going in a completely different direction, so I just muted it and left it alone. So I'm not really talking in the group chat anymore. And then at school, I kind of kept to myself. We had like a little team meeting about it, but it definitely was not the result that I wanted. So I've just accepted it and moved on, because I know that when people do those kinds of things, there's things that are reflecting themselves in what they put out. Does that make sense? So I'm trying not to worry about it too much. And I know that, I won't even be here next year, which is actually really, really sad thing for me, because I love my kids and I love my school and I want to see them get older, but it'll be okay. Everything happens for a reason, and it'll just be okay. Let's see. JC Lee said, how did you choose your classroom theme? I get asked this a lot, partly because my name is Miss Calls Campers and I don't have a camping theme. I don't know. I wanted a camping theme at first, and so I made my name Miss Calls Campers. I was like, oh, it's not grade specific. It'll work out perfectly. Little did I know I would change it. And actually, my name before Miss Calls Campers that I never actually put out there was called Sweeter Than Fiction Teaching. And it had my logo was like a book with like sprinkles coming out of it. I was like, this is so cool. And then I was like, not really me. And so I decided instead of like a camping theme, I wanted to go with like a more natural theme. And I think that's something that I'm going to have with me my whole teaching career. Even if there's like other things mixed in with that theme, the natural theme I think is something that's going to carry through, because I have people all the time who come into my room, even parents who say, this is so different than what elementary classrooms normally are. It feels so calming, and that's all I wanted. So yeah, I just wanted something that would make me feel comfortable, and therefore my kiddos comfortable. Allegra said, what's the oldest grade you would teach? I actually joked about this to someone recently, because I would love to teach first grade again next year. That would be fantastic. But my degree is technically K-3 right now. But I joked around with someone like, hey, maybe in like 20, 25 years, teaching creative writing in high school would be so fun. So, I mean, I can't say right now, but I don't know. Hold on. I saw one up here. Oh my gosh, it just refreshed. Setter's family said, what's your dream grade to teach? Second grade. Right now, my dream grade to teach is second grade. And my first graders know that. And they're like, Miss Call. And I'm like, well, what? You're going to be second graders next year. It's fine. Someone else said, there was one about rude kids. Okay, Indie Kitty 1 said, how do you handle rude kids? This is something that I just don't stand for at all in my classroom. I do not appreciate kids being rude to each other or being rude to me, which I don't really have that much of. So I put in like so much work at the beginning of the year to get to the point where we are now, where they know if they say something, how to handle that situation. And if I hear it, sometimes I'll say, if it's not like a big deal, if I just hear it, if they're in centers and I'm at my table or something, I have a callback that's be a leader, and they say, not a boss. And kind of just keeps everyone on their toes. But I kind of do with behavior like a 3-step method. I didn't come up with this. I saw someone else, but I have no idea who it was. But it's, what are you doing? And they answer. What should you be doing? And they answer. So what are you going to do now, to kind of like flip where they're supposed to be? Let's see. I'm trying to scroll. Let me scroll to the bottom and make sure there's not anything. Oh, hey, Caroline. It's so cool to see people I know hopping on here. I really love that. Thank you, guys. Middle Tennessee will miss you. Thanks. I love Tennessee. All our family is here in Tennessee, and I know wherever we go, it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's also going to be a little bit crazy this next year. For those of you who don't know or are very confused by that statement I just made, me and my husband are going through a bit of a transition in our life right now. So he's at basic right now for the Air Force, so there's going to be a big shift in my life coming up. So I will keep you guys updated on that. I know one of the questions on Instagram was talking about like job hunting and everything. And this week, really, I'm focusing on my teaching portfolio, getting that nice and updated because my student teaching stuff is completely irrelevant right now. So I'm trying to like just, collect all of the good things that I've done in my classroom and build that all into a portfolio. And I'm actually working on a website, which is something I wanted to do when I was student teaching and then like never got around to it. So I figure spring break is the perfect time to get that up and going and make it look exactly how I want it to look and reflect me as a person and a teacher. So I might do a video on what that looks like for you guys, but I'm not sure. I have to get it together yet. Julie said, when are you moving and what are you doing with everything you bought? I've debated this. I will be moving sometime this summer. But with everything I bought, a lot of it, I bought brand new, but then a lot of it I bought like the furniture. So like my standing table and my like, coffee table and all that. Some of the bookshelves, they are from Goodwill. So I'm really going to have to decide, hey, is it worth it to take some of these bigger pieces? Or could I just find something similar wherever I move to? I'm not 100% sure yet. Someone said, where can I private message you about my schooling? Good question. You guys can always reach me here on YouTube. I always respond to comments and everything. Or you guys can hop on over to my Instagram and direct message me. Sometimes I get a little behind, but I always try to go back and respond to every single person. And then you can also email me at calltheteacher@gmail.com. And between here, there, and Gmail, I will get back to you. So whatever you need, just shoot me a message. I feel like ever since I hung out with Kim at the Impact Driven Teaching Conference, I'm doing this, and I'm like, I gotta stop. Okay. Let's see. Indie Kitty, bullies have their own issues. It's never you. Childhood victim of bullies myself. I'm really sorry to hear that, but you are so absolutely right. And it's really hard to come to terms with knowing that, but you are 100% right. K86 said, hi, Maylene. I'm a 7th year high school teacher, and I wanted to say how much I love your enthusiasm and also express my understanding about disagreements between teachers. I've run into that myself. So you're a high school teacher. That is awesome. I'm really curious to know what you teach in high school. And I really am surprised, guys. When I posted the vlog number 12 that I just posted about my situation, it was something that I was like, do I do this? Do I edit it out? Do I not do it? I haven't posted a vlog. I really should post this. I mean, I'm scared of what people are going to say. I know that some people from my school know this exists. I don't want it to be out there. I don't want to cause more drama. But to me, all of those things versus helping a complete, stranger on the internet and just trying to portray the fact that literally no one is perfect. I feel like it was worth it for me to do it. And I am so glad I did, because I have had so many people reach out to me just in the past, few hours that vlog went live, that they're going through this too. And it is so sad because it's not something that we can talk about. And a lot of it is because, hey, maybe we have people at our school who are watching us on our social media, and I hate that. I wish my school and like my teachers and everything, as much as I love the fact that my kids know about my channel, I just wish no one at my school knew about my YouTube channel, so I could be just a little bit more transparent with you guys. And I hope you know, and I've got a couple messages about it, that I am honest on my channel, and I try to be as transparent as possible with you, but there's certain things that I would like to go a little bit more in depth, but I can't, or at least I can't right now. Maybe, next year I can. So it's just been really, really hard. Okay. Someone said Clue after this. Yes. So I am actually obsessed with the game Clue. They have an app. And I created a little group on Instagram that I've kind of been slacking on because, like I said again, I have been incredibly busy. But it is this app. I don't know if you can see it or if it's going to be washed out. But it's called Clue. And it's just like the board game Clue. I don't know if you can see it. But you can play with like robots or friends or whatever. And so I created a group on Instagram, and I haven't been on it in probably like 2.5 weeks. But yeah, let's play some Clue after this. I'm on spring break. Let's do it. It is fun. If you guys download the app, it does cost money, and I am not sponsored, so please don't take this the wrong way. But it is fun, and we can play together all night long. I just love it. Someone said, Benny, her husband is military and is being, yes. So he just joined the military. He's in basic training right now. I'm starting student teaching next semester. You're such an inspiration to me. Reading, Kaylee, is that how you say it? Kaili. Kaylee, thank you so much. Honestly, I wish I had started my channel when I was student teaching to just document some of that, because I've forgotten so much of it by now. I did have someone message me and asked me to do like a full student teaching experience video, and I think I could do that, but it's going to have to take me sitting down and really going through and trying to remember everything. So, I mean, if any of you are out there watching this right now and you want to start a YouTube channel, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It has been so incredible. I have met so many amazing men and women, and it is just an amazing community. It will do so much for you personally, and I know people are so scared of putting themselves out there. Trust me, I get it, I know, but just try it. If it's something you want to do, try it. Let's see. Lori J said, do you have any advice on having kids respect classroom books or supplies? I'm debating not buying any more nice things for my class because my kiddos just have no respect. Lori, I mean, this isn't completely relevant, but what grade do you teach? I'm very curious. I am a first grade teacher, and the kids in first grade, they're 6 and 7, and they want to please you so bad. They want to make you proud, and I feel like a lot of my first graders had really good kindergarten teachers too. I can't take all the credit for how awesome they are. I really just cannot. But with younger ones, it's very easy at the beginning of the year to model the right way, model the wrong way, tell them what you expect. And, through those, even couple of months, if something doesn't meet your expectations, making a huge deal out of it, and they will just go along with it. I know personally for my class, a lot of the materials we have, I still can't believe it, but a lot of the materials we have were donated to us. So when I very first was setting up and everything here on YouTube, I had a lot of people reach out to me and say, hey, do you have a wish list? And I was like, no, but I can make one. And so I kept adding books and things like that to the wish list, just basic classroom materials that we needed, and blown away. I was absolutely blown away, still am, by people who just wanted to donate to a first year teacher and to our class. And it was really, really special. And I really wish that, again, my school had not found out about my YouTube channel, because I recorded us as a class opening all of those things, and just their excitement from all of it was absolutely incredible. We were getting things, still are, from like Australia, Ireland, from Japan, people who live all around the world, and we had the conversations about where they lived and the things they were donating to us. And so that was a really big part of me teaching my kiddos to respect our things. Like, someone donated these things to our classroom. We are so incredibly lucky. But I'm curious to see what grade you teach. I'm just trying to look and see if you answered. Maylene is the best at Clue. I am not the best at Clue, but thank you. Someone said your house looks really nice. Thanks. It's not really clean, but clarified, I teach half. I don't know what half. Maybe it just like typed it wrong. I don't know what half is. It's showing it wrong. Maybe you could clarify for me. Collins World said, oh my God, hi from Instagram. Hello. Okay, I'm going to hop back on and see if there's any other, I know there's other questions. Let's see. I'm going through, I posted a questionnaire like maybe last week, so I'm going through those and this week's. Fun FCS said, how do you keep up your motivation to be a great teacher? Well, thanks for saying I'm a great teacher. I feel like a lot of it is just my personality and the fact I have a hair somewhere on my face. I don't know where it is. I feel like a lot of it has to do with, I don't truly know, obviously, but I feel like a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm a first-year teacher. I've been living through every other teacher's vlogs. I've been wanting it for so long, and finally being in the classroom is so much more than I could have ever imagined. And I've talked about this before with behaviors in class, and just saying that, instead of thinking of something as a problem, think of it as an opportunity. But that's something that I kind of keep as a part of myself too. So if there's something in my life that, is a problem, like what we were just talking about, think of it as an opportunity. So what can you do? So a lot of the kind of ups and downs I've had as a teacher, I've tried to view them in a way that, like, okay, so what can I do about this? Instead of focusing on all the things that I can't control or the things that are bringing me down, what can I do about this? How can I lift myself up from this? How can I make tomorrow better? Okay, this lesson was terrible. What are we going to do next time? And sometimes, I even ask my kids, like, how would you do this differently? And they're pretty smart. Let's see. Classroom theme question, already answered that. Stardust BB said, do you ever get the Sunday scaries? And if so, what do you do to combat them? So if you are not familiar with what the Sunday scaries are, it is basically that feeling of the weekend is ending and oh my goodness, our week is about to start. I don't get the Sunday scaries. I don't know. I've talked about this before, but my favorite day of the week is Monday. I love it. And it's, again, I don't know if it's because I'm new to this whole teaching thing. I don't know how I'll feel next year, but I love Mondays. I feel like Mondays are such a fresh start. I've hopefully got my mind wrapped around what we're going to be doing that week. My kids come back from the weekend. They're so excited to see me. I love Mondays, and I don't know why I do and some people get nervous about them. I think it's just, the weekend ending. But I don't get the Sunday scaries. I just get really excited. The only thing I feel bad about is having to go to bed earlier on Sunday. So I don't really have a good way to deal with that. Let's see. The pictures look very nice. Where did you get them? What pictures are... I don't know what pictures that you mean. I graduate college soon. Okay, teaching with a latte heart. Oh, that's cute. On Instagram said, I graduate college soon and I just accepted a first grade position. I love you so much. I love you too. Newbie tips. Okay. You just accepted a first grade position. Number one thing, get to know your kids. Get to know who they are as people. Don't even worry about the curriculum or anything at first. Oops, did I say that? Get to know your kids. And one of the most important things for me in my classroom was establishing what I wanted it to feel like. So of course, you're going to be worried about, like, oh my goodness, is that bulletin board up? Is it ready to go? Your kids are not going to care, but it is so important for you, forever, like from the moment they walk in till the day they leave, to establish what you want your classroom to feel like, how you want, your kids to treat each other, whether you're in kindergarten or you teach 12th grade or you're a college professor. How you want your kids to treat each other is such an important thing for you to focus on. So I recommend focusing on that. Play around, I guess, with different classroom management techniques. There's a lot of different things that teachers do out there. I'm coming out with a video soon on some things that I've tried, but there's tons of videos out there for you, and I would say definitely don't feel defeated if one thing doesn't work. because you're going to be switching up your classroom management anyway. So when people ask me for like one good to go, you can fix everything with classroom management, like there is not a one-way ticket to that. It goes back to how do you want your classroom to feel? How do you want them to treat each other? I guess relationships is the hot word in education. And I don't know, you're teaching first grade, so you 100% need to make sure you are very hands-on with everything you're doing. Something I actually want to try next year for sure is interactive notebooks. I don't know. I hope those were like a good couple of tips for you to get started with first grade. They're not very specific, but I don't know. Let's see. Do you have any? Okay, Jess. Sorry, my phone is cracked. Jess Trentowski. Hope I said that right. On Instagram said, do you have any tools to calm down your students quickly when they are bursting with energy? So, I wonder if you're meaning just really excited. If you mean like they are just, like they have a lot of energy, not necessarily a bad thing, like if they just have a lot of energy. I actually have a coupon in my classroom for a random Go Noodle, and that's been really fun. But my tip for you would to literally stop what you're doing. So, and that's happened to me so many times. And one of the misconceptions I had going in as a new teacher was if my kids are not paying attention during a lesson, I might not be, doing it the best that I can, or I might be doing something wrong. But truthfully, like depending on what age you teach, their attention span is not that long. And if they have all that energy in them, depending on like when your breaks are throughout the day, so like if you have lunch at a certain time or recess at a certain time, or I don't know, whatever else you have built in for breaks, they need more than what's built into their schedule, especially when they're 6 and 7. So we do lots of random Go Noodle breaks or random like dancing or singing breaks. Singing is something we do a lot in my classroom. So definitely give them those breaks, not just what is built into your schedule. That is so important. Miss Rivera here in the comment section said, did you make it a point to share that you vlog with parents and coworkers? I just started vlogging some footage today at our PD getting back in the classroom after spring break, and it felt awkward. No, I did not. I definitely did not want it to be something, and like again, when I started my channel, it was this year. I started it in July, I think, and I filmed like a couple of videos at home, and then I started doing the classroom setup videos. I did not make it a point to tell anybody because I really, like, it was new to me. I understand what you mean when you say it felt awkward. Like, I totally get it. It's still awkward. Like, we just came back from the Impact Driven Teaching Conference. There were like a million of us vlogging, and we were still like, this is weird. Like, it's just a weird thing to do. But I did not make it a point. It got found, and then it just spiraled out from there. So no, I did not make it a point. And people ask me all the time, hey, whenever you go to your next school, are you going to let them know? And there's so many pros and so many cons, I'm really not sure. I probably am just going to get the vibe of admin and go from there. I don't know. I have a speech prepared for it, but I'm like, oh, I don't know if I really want to disclose that information. Like if they Google it and ask me about it, I'm fine. We can talk about it, but I don't know. My hope next year is that I can vlog in my classroom though. Like that's my biggest dream for next year. I feel like I could do so much more for you guys if I could do that. Let's see. Do you have any idea? Ari Post said, do you have any idea how you're going to do your classroom next year? Nope. I mean, it'll probably be similar to what I do this year. I do have a couple things in the back of my mind that I know I want to do a little bit differently, but it's nothing big or major. Oh, this is a good one. Kagan Hinkles. Is that how you say it? Kagan Hinkles said, what are your top 5 teacher essentials? Okay. Teacher. Top 5. Books is my number 1. Books. Actually, there you go. Books. Those are my teacher essentials. Just kidding. Books for the kids, not for you. I mean, you're important too, but books for your kids. My swing line cutter would probably be number 2. So like the big choppy swing line cutters. I have one in my classroom. It saves me. HP Instant Ink for sure. I have a link, no pressure to use it, but like you can get a month free if you want. But it allows me to print color from home. I know some people are so lucky and their school can like print colored for you, but we don't have that. And I'm okay with it, honestly. I don't need everything printed in color, but it's really nice to have because I do have certain things like our vocabulary every week, kid pictures, things like that that I do want printed in color. What did I say? Books, swing line, HP Instant Ink. My teacher bag is another huge essential for me. Would be lost without it. And Post-it notes. Yes. I think those are the 5 things that are like my top. I don't know. If you asked me tomorrow, it would probably be different. Let's see. Ernie Bug 98 said, I would like a flexible seating update and how your procedures are going for that. Okay, so for those of you who don't know or are new to my channel, I do you can't say do when you're in the classroom. Now I'm just scarred for life. But I do flexible seating in my classroom. It's something I knew, and I kind of picked up on it when I was student teaching because, of course, they had desks, and I would just notice kids, like, kind of sitting uncomfortable or kind of, like, either getting on their knees or even, like, standing and pushing their chair in and kind of making it work for themselves. But I knew that was something I wanted to do, so I, of course, turned to Pinterest and tried to find as many flexible seating things that I could, and I didn't have a real budget for it. Like, I don't have any of the cool, like, I don't know, the, like, wobble stools or anything. I don't have anything like that. I have literally just a coffee table from Goodwill with like patio cushions. So, you know, like the 3-section patio cushions. I have those for floor seating. And then I have a little $10 table from Walmart on each side that has a pillow for floor seating as well. And for kids who like to work by themselves, I do have a set of desks with normal chairs that have wobble cushions that someone sent us at the beginning of the year. And they can use those or they can not use them. It's their choice. And then another row of desks that has stools. Actually, it's not a row anymore. I need to do an updated classroom tour at the end of the year because I did change my room around a little bit. I love it. And then I have our middle table, which has crate seats. It has a yoga ball. I did bring it back. And I have a standing table. And then, of course, we have the scoop rockers and clipboards that kids can use and go wherever they want in the room. And tomorrow, my kids are so excited for this. If you've never heard of a nugget before, not like a chicken nugget, not like a chicken nugget. I was literally eating chicken nuggets before this. I'm so good, right? I just worked out. It's fine. But a nugget is like a couch, but it's in sections. And me and Caroline from Miss Cole's Kids, I almost said Miss Cole's Campers. Oh my goodness. But she won a nugget too from an Instagram page. I think it was called a teacher's giveaway. And we both were like, what? I didn't expect it to be real, but it was real. And my color for the nugget actually ships out tomorrow at noon. I've been waiting for it to be restocked. So we're getting that into our classroom as well. What was the question? Flexible seating update. So they are doing really well with it. I have throughout the year. I can't believe the year is almost over, you guys. This is crazy. But throughout the year, I've had to remind like a couple students, like, hey, like I noticed that you're standing up or on your knees right there. Do you want to move to a different spot that's more comfortable? And at the beginning of the year, you have to have those talks with them so that they understand what their body is feeling and what they really need at a certain time. And I have had to remind kids here and there, but I mean, they're taking care of everything in our classroom. They are so respectful about it. I was joking with Jazzy from the Glam Teacher about like how like anal kids are about certain things and like if you make a big deal out of it. So we have these caddies at each table section area. They have Post-it notes, glue sticks, pencils, and crayons in them. And, of course, at the beginning of the year when you're going through all those procedures and routines and making sure kids are doing what they should be doing and treating supplies the way they should, if something's put back in the wrong way, you make a big deal out of it. Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe someone is disrespecting our things like that. What are we going to do? And I have kids come up to me all the time. Like, if a book is put in backwards in our library, they'll come bring it to me, and they are so concerned, and they just cannot believe someone would treat her things like that. So they're doing awesome with flexible seating. They're treating everything, you know, phenomenally. All of my stuff has lasted. I haven't had anything break except what I made myself, which was the crate seats. I think I did not use the right type of wood because they like cracked in the middle. Next year, we'll just fix them. Okay, let's see. At TPA, if you had to do it in your state, Yes, I get questions about a TPA. I just went to push up my glasses. I get questions about EdTP all the time. I did have to do it. I honestly don't think I'm going to do a full video on it. Maybe I will. I really just don't want to revisit that time in my life, you guys. Maybe if you have questions about EdTPA, email me and I can help you out because we will all get through it. Let's jump back to the YouTube comments. Somebody said, I know it's a long time from now, but will you film your next classroom setup after you've moved? You betcha, because it is going to look so different than it did this first year. You guys know I'm a first year teacher. Setting up my classroom was like brand new. I feel like I changed things a couple times, but in general, I knew what I was kind of going for because I did plan my layout digitally, which I have a video on that. If you are someone who's interested in being a teacher or you're in student teaching and you want to plan your classroom, I have a video on how I designed mine. And it's pretty much like exactly the way I designed it. So that was really helpful. So as soon as I find out what school I'm going to be at, I am going to hop on my computer, start designing. I'm going to ask them for pictures if I can't go get them myself. That was literally the first thing I did when my principal walked me into my classroom that I'm in now was take pictures for reference. So yes, I will be filming the whole classroom setup process again. It's kind of crazy thinking about the fact that all of it is coming down soon. It is so sad. I've been like these last couple of weeks imagining it, and I know that sounds so bad, but like just imagining what everything looks like without all of the things on the walls, without all of their pictures, without like our everything in the classroom, and it just is such a sad feeling. So I'm not looking forward to leaving. Cecile Quiroz said, are you anxious about having to be anxious? Yes, I am very anxious about everything. But are you anxious about having to be in a new environment this upcoming year when you start to teach in a different place? Okay. That's a good question because I have gone back and forth. I am really excited now that I have a year of teaching under my belt for what kind of teacher I'm going to be next year because I already know, like from, the first month out, there were already things that I knew that I wanted to do differently. There were already changes that I wanted to make. And like I said, I really hope I get first grade next year. I won't know for sure. But even still, I'm not anxious yet. I might be anxious when I find out I have the job and have to like go in and like meet people because I'm not good at that. But right now I'm just really excited to see like where, this whole thing takes us. So we'll see how that changes. Oh, it just updated. Sydney said, OMG, please do an updated classroom tour. Yeah, I will. I will do an updated one at the end of the year because there's just like a couple things that have changed and I really need you to see. If you follow me on Instagram, sometimes I post like a random picture of it if you just can't wait. Kimberlyn Anderson said, how has your behavior management worked with your one student? I believe you called it Grow and Glow. Oh, so I know who you're talking about. I almost said the name. Oh my goodness, thank goodness I didn't. But I have been doing like a Glow and Grow daily for my one student that just needs a little bit more help. And I was so looking forward. They had a parent-teacher conference scheduled and ended up not showing. I was so looking forward to having a conversation, but it didn't happen, and that's okay. But I feel like making this student more aware of everything he's doing in a way that he can reflect on it himself has been such a big help, and having him set his own goals, it's worked out so nice. So yeah, I really liked doing that with that student. Jay Neal said, why would you want to teach second grade? I'm a second grade teacher and interested in teaching first grade, but now I wonder, I don't know. It's so hard. I was talking to my assistant principal about this, and I love first grade. I really do. Like I said, I want to teach first grade next year and maybe the year after that. I love them. I love that you can teach them to read. It's such an incredible feeling. But I think I like the content of second grade a little bit more. And I don't want to say too much because one of my kids is probably going to be watching this and just give me crap on Monday about it. But I just feel like like with their writing, you can do so much more with it. But with first grade, you can teach them to be writers. I don't know. There's just so many things that I really like about second grade. And second grade for me was my favorite year as a kid. So that plays a really huge role in that too. So I don't know. I just would love to teach them. Plus, they're so sweet. Oh, hey, Marie. It's so fun to see everybody in here. Let's see. Shirai, oh, hey, how are you? Said, have you started job hunting? Have you had any interviews? No. Not really. Like I said, this week I'm mostly focused on getting my teaching portfolio together, making sure that looks super good. We do have kind of this little hiccup that we're going through with the Air Force right now. So I'm like waiting on jobs, but also, I don't know. Everything's a little bit complicated right now. I am hoping to get interviews sometime soon. They'll have to be video interviews probably because I can't really drive to Mississippi at the moment, but that's probably going to work out better for me. That's how I got my job at this school. So again, I'll keep you guys updated on everything. I already have a video teaching interview tips. I haven't posted it yet, but it's been filmed for like 2 months, but I might do a virtual interview tip thing too. I think that would be kind of fun. Oh, Darren said, congratulations on trending. Thank you so much. In case you didn't know, if you haven't been to the trending page recently, we're there. And I don't know, like, how that works, but I woke up to an email from YouTube, and they said, like, if you are a YouTuber, they send you emails all the time about things that I just, like, throw in the trash. And I had this one clicked ready to delete, and I was like, wait, what? And I opened it up, and it was like, congratulations, you're on trending. And I was like, are you kidding? So I literally opened up an incognito tab on my computer and was like, we'll see about that. And it popped up, and I was like, wow. My music just stopped. That made it really dramatic. Somebody said, without being condemning of... Okay, somebody said a weird comment. Anna Thompson said, what's your favorite part about teaching? And definitely, I'll be specific to teaching first grade. My favorite part about teaching first grade is 100% seeing them turn into readers. It is incredible. I have had students, like in my class right now, came to me on a level B, and my kids don't know what level they are. They have no idea about the leveling system. I don't tell them. We don't have a level library for them to choose their books from. I don't think I need that in my classroom. So they don't know what level they're on. But I had a student come to me on a level B. He is currently on like a level J, almost I think a level K right now. And first graders technically are supposed to come in on like a DE range, but they have a summer drop is what we call it. So a lot of them come in on like maybe like a B, C, D area, and you're supposed to get them to a J by the end of the year. That is considered on level. And he went from a B to a J, and that was like mid-year. So I'm like blown away with some of these babies. And I know not all of it is me. Some of it is just them. But I am so proud of them. And it is so crazy to show them like, hey, this is the book you were reading at the beginning of the year. And for them to just feel so proud of themselves. And even in writing, I talk about this a lot on my Instagram stories, but like my kids have turned into writers. And it blows my mind. Having modeled for them and taught them what it means to be a writer and how to love writing, they embody that. And they are so proud of everything they do. The things that they write just blow me away. So that is something that I truly enjoy about first grade, is seeing them transition from maybe actually hating reading into loving it and wanting to share it with you. So that's probably my favorite part. That was so cheesy, I bet. Lexi said, hey, Millie, I love your videos. Thank you. I am also a teacher. I teach high school music. Oh, that's so fun. What are your plans for this summer? Moving to Mississippi, and that's all I know. It's hard to make plans for me right now because, like I said, my life is so kind of up in the air with like the whole Air Force thing, and like we're going through this huge transition. And a couple of like, teacher friends that I have online, we've talked about doing like another meetup, and they're waiting on me to like say if I can go or not, because I'm just not sure like where I'm gonna be. So I don't really have any set plans that I can make because I really don't know what my life is going to look like. And that is so frustrating, but we're going to get through it. Rachel said it's my first live stream with you. Welcome, Rachel. I see you in my comment section all the time. I'm glad we're here kind of in person together. Alyssa Power said, what does your writing block or workshop look like? I'm an elementary ed major, and I'm in my literacy class right now, so I'd love to hear how you do it. So when I was student teaching, they did, or I don't know if it was the whole school, I'm pretty sure, the Lucy Calkins model. If you've heard of that, let me know if you have heard of it before. Her name is Lucy Calkins, and she has this whole writer's workshop that she goes through, and we did that when I was student teaching, and I loved it. And then I came to my school, and we don't have, this is so sad, we don't have a set time for writing. So I have to steal my time from other blocks that we have, if that makes sense. And I don't know if I'm supposed to do it or not, but they need that time. So I take usually 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes from my math block to make sure that I can get to writing so that I can actually do a mini lesson with them and then have them go and write. And so our team, for our plans, we usually put in a thing that they're writing about. So whether we're doing a narrative and our opinion or a whatever it is, we just do okay, this is the topic we're focusing on. And I think everybody on our team does it a little bit differently. I don't have Lucy's book, so I can't do it the way that she's doing it. I guess I could order it, but I don't know. There's not a set model that we're supposed to follow at our school, so I kind of just wing it, if that makes sense. We definitely have things we need to cover, our opening sentence, closing sentence, and different things like that. But for the most part, it's really just me winging it. I'm just being honest with you and giving them lots of feedback. So that's probably the most important part of the whole process, I think, is to give students feedback. So that's my focus for writing, is giving them lots of feedback on it. But I don't have a set thing that I follow, and part of it is because we don't have a set block of time, which is really sad. So yeah, so I'm curious to see what you are learning in your class. Sydney said, do you follow the reading/math curriculum that your school has, or do you pull a lot of your own resources, or is it a mix of both? So Sydney, we do have a reading and math kind of curriculum that we use. Everything's kind of laid out for us, but I do supplement a lot. Yeah, probably. I do supplement a lot of my own resources, just because when you teach them things a certain way, it's helpful to have your resources match that, if that makes sense. So I make a lot of things and share with my team the things that I've made for my kids. But math mostly is a lot of just hands-on things. It's mostly reading. I don't know. Kind of a mix of both. Alexa Paredes said, first year teacher in the application and interview process. Yay, you are so close. I'm so happy for you. She said, currently teach private school. Oh, never mind, you're already there. And looking to apply for public school. Any tips? Also, how did you get all those books for your library? Yes, so definitely, my feet are asleep. Definitely apply for anything you are interested in and interview as much as you can to get a feel for your school. How did I get all my books? I mentioned earlier in the live chat that a lot of them were actually donated to us, but before that, I did a lot of ordering through my student teaching. So during my student teaching, I was like, okay, I definitely want X, Y, and Z. And so I would order those things here and there so it wouldn't be such a big burden when I got my own classroom. But I also went to places like Goodwill or McKay's, and we would just get a range of books, because at this point in time, I didn't know what grade I was going to be teaching. So I kind of got things that could work K through 3rd, so some chapter books, some picture books, and then a lot of the books that I have now in my classroom that are brand new were actually donated to us. So create a wish list, send it to, your Facebook fam or whoever you want to send it to, because people are probably really willing to help you. It would surprise you. So thankful. So thankful. I literally don't know what I would do. I'd probably be printing 100 books every week. I don't know. Let's see. Courtney said, you're on my trending page. Oh, isn't that so exciting? I cannot believe it. I'm like, man, I don't want today to be over. That was so fun. Jennifer McDonald said, I'll be teaching first grade starting in August, and at that school they do 1 hour guided reading writing time. It's guided reading and writing. So is it 30 minutes guided reading, 30 minutes guided writing? I'm very curious. We have, the way my schedule looks is I have a certain amount of time for my whole group for reading, and then I kind of divide it into how much time I want for my guided reading. And when I'm in guided reading, my kids are in centers, and I do have a video coming out. There's just so many things that I have wanted to tell you guys and share with you. It's a lot, and it's hard sometimes because I want to give you everything at once. But so I divide it into like our whole group, and then we go into centers and small group guided reading time. And usually the guided reading time, I meet on Monday with 2 groups, 15 minutes apiece. So that's 30 minutes. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I do 3 groups, so 45 minutes for that guided reading time. And then on Friday, I like maybe get to 1 group. Fridays are just crazy. So that's how mine is kind of structured. Buckeyes said, is your last name Call? Yes, it is. What are some great chapter? Rachel said, what are some great chapter books you recommend? Some of my kindergartners are about ready to start, and I keep getting for ideas for them because most are too hard. Your kindergartners? Wow, that is incredible. I have the ones that I have in my. I really can't imagine. The ones I have in my classroom. I have the Junie B. I have the Magic School Bus. I have the like the Boxcar Children. I don't remember. I have like 2 other ones that I have. I don't remember what else there are. There's one that's like Magic School Bus, but it's not. It's the Magic Treehouse ones. I have those too. My kids actually really like those. I'll tell you who is really great for book recommendations, though, you guys, if you're interested. She is phenomenal. She's actually one of the very first people I became friends with on Instagram. So her handle, shameless plug, is 4th Grade Unicorns. She is a 4th grade teacher, but she gets a lot of books and reviews them and like goes through and like puts Post-it notes everywhere and tells you about them. And like I have so many of her posts saved because of all of her book recommendations. So if you are out there and you are like, oh my goodness, I need some books. She does a lot of like diverse books, and there's a ton of books she has like on immigration and things like that. Like she has some really, really good, really unique books that she posts on her page that like you don't really see a whole lot of. So if you're looking for book recommendations in your classroom, you should head over to 4th Grade Unicorns. Let's see. Kimberlyn Anderson said favorite intervention strategies. So my school, we have like a program that we're supposed to use, and it's called, I think it's called like 98% or something, and I use that mixed in with something I have purchased on my own, which is called Rhyme Magic. Somebody, I think Kendall's kindergarten put in here in my phone, responded to a poll on Instagram saying that she wanted a like breakdown of Rhyme Magic, which I will definitely do for you guys. But it is a really, really great intervention resource for you to use. So it's called Rhyme, R-I-M-E, Magic. And I will try to do a video. My list is like this long, you guys. Alexa Paredes said, did you create a teacher portfolio during your interview process? I'm not sure how effective it will be to have one. There's mixed feelings from other teachers about them. What's your view? Good question. I need water. I did have a teaching portfolio. I think actually in my last live, if you go to my very last live, I kind of show it to you guys, like a little glimpse of it. But what I did was I had it broken down into different sections. So I had like my practice exams in there because like you don't have a whole lot to go off of when you're student teaching. And then I had like all the lessons that I did. I made sure to take plenty of pictures, plenty of like student examples of it, put it in there on a page. So like one page had a lesson on like France, another page had like a science lesson I did. And then I also put QR codes. So like I had the lessons recorded, and then if they scan the QR code, they could watch them. I do recommend creating a teaching portfolio, even if you are just student teaching. I feel like it still is going to set you apart, especially if you have some really good things that you want to share and talk about. You can use it to kind of help you through your interview. So like I said, I am doing another teaching portfolio for me this year and updating it, which is going to be a lot of work. Next year I need to be better about thinking about what things I want to put in my portfolio, so it's not so much work now, if that makes sense. But I'm also going to be putting together a little online website portfolio, so I'll keep you updated on that. Excuse me. Let's see. Is there anything else? What was college like? Courses, etc. So that's Fresh Baller again. I'm going to be doing maybe a video on the courses I took in college and just like little mini reflections on it as well. Cupcakes in class said, how do you make your thumbnails so beautiful? How do you make time for editing? So YouTube is tricky. YouTube and Instagram and like any social media platform on top of like teaching is tricky. And like for those of you that can like post every day and like do stuff, I am like so rooting for you. You are amazing. I cannot do that. Making time for me is just like, it's hard. I don't have like the perfect balance laid out for me yet. I don't have like a schedule. And even with videos, like if I feel like doing a video, I'll do a video. If I'm like, it can wait, I'll just wait. So I kind of just like listen to what I want to do. And that's how I make time for it. So if I don't feel like doing it, and it's not necessary, I don't do it. That's why I don't have like a set schedule that I follow. Maybe that's bad. It's probably bad, but I mean, it's fine. And then for the thumbnails, all of my stuff I do in PowerPoint. So I have a Miss Call Create series here on YouTube where I talk about like some PowerPoint tips and tricks and things like that. So you could definitely watch those videos and use some of those tools to figure out how I make my thumbnails, because they are all made in PowerPoint. My logo is made in PowerPoint. My intro is made in PowerPoint. Yeah, so all of that is through PowerPoint. Let's see, any other last ones, because we're cutting it close to the 1 hour mark. Elementary Me said, are you interested in posting more lifestyle videos as well as teacher stuff? And that one, you may have noticed, like, I still post teaching content. That's like my main focus. But I've done a few videos that's like, assumptions about a first-year teacher, or like January favorites. And those are things that I kind of just like watching. So one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube is like favorites videos. I don't know why. I just think they're so like entertaining, and you can learn a lot about a person through like what their favorite things are. And I'm like super nosy. I was like, so why don't I do those videos? So I do. So I am. And so I kind of mix it to where it's like lifestyle videos mixed in with like classroom favorites, so it's still like teaching related. I want everything I do on here to still come back to teaching somehow, but I want to do more than just like a vlog or a teacher tip video, if that makes sense. I just want to be a little bit more, I don't want to say branched out, but I just want to have fun with it. You know what I mean? I just want to have fun. She also said, aside from teacher channels, what/who do you love to watch on YouTube? Well, I love teacher videos, teacher tubers. So that's like my number one, but you already told me I couldn't say that. I love them. That's the majority of what I watch. I just like to have fun. So I watch a lot of fun videos. Actually, I think my favorite YouTuber is Kathleen Lights. I was like super into the beauty community, you guys. Like I was subscribed to probably like 50 different beauty YouTubers. I just love it. But Kathleen Lights to me stands out like apart from all of the rest of them. She's so funny. She's so down to earth. I mean, I just want to be her best friend. So I love her. I like, what's her name? She's like a dancer. Megan Batoon? Do you guys know who that is? I don't know. She's like a dancer, but she does lifestyle videos, but she's just funny, so I like watching her. I watch James Charles. Like, his videos are just so creative, and like his success blows me away. I love watching him. I watch like random videos. If you guys know who Mr. Beast is, like I love the like random stuff that he puts out, like the crazy things that he does. I don't know. I watch a lot of people. There's like plant people on YouTube that I watch. Like their channels are based around plants. Um, I watch a lot of like the trending videos, like just stuff that's like entertainment. I just have fun. I don't know. There's probably a million that I'm like, dang, I should have said them. I should have said them. I love them. But so those people. Let's see. I don't know what that is. Did someone donate? Is that what that is? It says 99 cents. I don't know what that means. Did you donate? I've seen people do that in other chats. I don't know how that works. If you did, thanks. But I don't know what that is. Someone said, tips for taking the practice and PLT exam, taking them next semester so your girl could use some help. Definitely just study. I literally studied on Quizlet. Study your classes, ask your professors. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of praxis taking tips, except for make sure you set like 5 alarms because you don't want to miss it, like I did, and walk in and be like, can I please take it? And then hope that they say yes. They did. But I don't know. I literally used Quizlet. I know they make a ton of books out there. Whatever way you normally study for tests is how you should study for the praxis. But really, you're going to be okay. I know it can be so nerve-wracking, especially since it's like a really expensive test. But you're going to be fine. It's going to be great. You're going to pass it. It's fine. It's not as bad as people make it sound. It really is not. Jennifer McDonald said, did your team see your number 12 vlog? Hopefully they're treating you better. Okay, so I don't know. I never really know, like, when my team watches. They don't necessarily tell me until, like, way after. It might, like, come up in a random conversation, but I know they know it's out there. Like, they could be watching right now. I don't know. But I don't know. And again, this happened, like, this past week, so it's still very recent. Things are just, it's just weird. We're in a weird, like, phase, and that's how I feel. But, you know, maybe when we come back from spring break, things will be fine. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Amelia, I have to go so soon. Amelia said, do you plan on mentioning your teaching social media during your interview? Hopefully you get the job of your dreams. I kind of touched on this earlier. I don't plan on it. I really don't. I'm going to pick up the vibe. If they're a school that's like really into social media, probably will say it, but also I like having the privacy. That's kind of like an oxymoron, having privacy online, right? But I kind of like the idea of them not knowing, but I feel really good about it and what I'm doing, especially after going to the Impact Driven Teaching Conference. I feel proud to say that I'm an influencer, whereas before I kind of hated the word, if that makes sense, because I just thought like influencer, influence, if you're under the influence of something, like it's not your choice. Like I just didn't like the word influencer. But going to that conference made me realize that it's actually a really good thing and you can do a lot of really good things with it. So I'm actually really, really proud to be in a position where, you know, people are here and I can help them. So I don't know. It really is such a struggle. It's just, there's so much judgment out there. You guys know. It's just a lot of judgment. And I don't know if I want to put that on myself sooner than I need to. I don't know. I'm just being honest. Sydney said, elementary and me here. Oh, is that you? Hey, girl. She said, I just think you're cool and your videos give me life. Oh, my goodness. I love you. You're so nice. Carolina said, I know Kathleen and Megan. Yes, I love them. That is a donation. Thank you. How did you do that? That's so cool. Thank you so much. Okay, probably just like one more before I have to go. I'm really bad at ending things. I never want to say goodbye. Someone said, how does one keep kids calm? I don't know if that was a serious question or if you were kidding, but a part of it I think is your demeanor. I mean, you can tell teachers, we all have different teaching styles. So there's some teachers who are more quiet, more calm. You go into their classroom, that's how their kids are. You go into my classroom and we're singing and dancing and like that's just the kind of teacher I am, but it doesn't mean one teacher is better than another teacher. We're just different. And so I feel like a lot of keeping kids calm has to do with like your demeanor and what you want. I don't expect my kids to be calm 24/7. Really the only time I expect them to be calm is when we are doing something independently, and you model that for them. So like with reading, independent reading or independent writing, if they are independent reading, I am independent reading. If they are independent writing, I am independent writing. So with especially first graders, it's all about modeling what you want from them, because they want to please you, they want to be like you, they want to make you happy. So that's what I do, and that's the best way, I think, to get them to do something you want them to do, is to be that yourself. If you want them to treat each other with respect, you have to treat them with respect. That's just how it works. If you want them to treat each other with kindness, you have to treat them with kindness. There's no way around it. So on that note, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I think it's super cool that we are on the YouTube trending page right now. I will never forget that. I'm so thankful to have you guys here. I really am. Things are not always easy, but having you guys makes everything worth it. So if there is something else that you want to talk to me about, remember, you can always drop a comment down below here. You can DM me on Instagram, or you can email me at calltheteacher@gmail.com. I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing rest of your night, or a good rest of your day whenever you're watching this. I'm on spring break, so I'm going to try to relax, do something for you, be kind to one another. I love you. Goodbye.